Welcome back to the Daedalus crew. It's time to wake up again. And see, Lai Kuan-Ti, quick! As astrophysicist and the ship's designer, Lai knows it like the back of his hand and has privileged access to Neuron. If a Nexus project is underway, you can be sure he's involved. My favorite fucking character. He smokes cigars. I've already got him to level 4. Neuron, alert. Erroneous destination. Alert hunter. Attack underway. Emergency crew. Wake up procedure engaged. Wiggle fingers check. Wiggle toes check. Human and functional state. The ship's artificial intelligence system wishes us a safe trip. So it's day 1, cycle 5, and everyone is awake. Everyone is awake, and we have no Mush. So we have 2 Mush who have a non-Mush. That's lovely. Slight damage. Everyone's been assigned to their position. Alicia says, please favorite. Who need free hags to burst? Who need free hags to... What the fuck does that even mean? All the inactive time I'll spend on rear corridor with Alicia, who will need comfort. Okay. I have no idea what that means. Janice apparently does. Don't stay alone in a corridor or you'll be an easy target for the Mush. Hello, Chow says. That thread's been duplicated. Dirty, why was, where was, and when get wash. Well, let's favorite this. So it's good to know that our detective is an eloquent person. Just like me. I fucking know all the right words. So let's see, blueprint, rear corridor, inventory thread, let's favorite this one. That's basically the first thing I do whenever I get on board a ship. Who is signing in? Gioli's first ship, maybe? Saying hello. That's what the tutorial makes you say. Or tells you to say. Nexus project, favorite it. Terrence. That's what I'm going to be diving into here in a second. And I'll go over my character. I'm not keeping an astropad. Fuck off. A lot of talk. Hey, find planet forest. Frida's already found one. It's south 5, 10 fuel. Or, yeah, south 5 fuel and has 10 slots. That's pretty damn good. Find on oxygen. Go for it. Swamp, ocean, desert, forest, fuel, and predators. With oxygen or crystallite. Crystallite, I think, is one of the rare pieces, or a sign that you might be able to find a star map piece that will get you to Eden. Generally, the goal is to kill the Mush and return to Sol with the cure. The super special secret ending is if you get all the star map pieces and go to Eden. There are only 32 planets. Anyone who will scan a new planet, please post the name and what you find. Only 32 simultaneous planets, which is not a problem. If a planet isn't interesting, just throw it away. Always random. Okay. I'm not real worried about planet scanning right now, even though I can because I'm an astrophysicist. Raluca, you shouldn't stay in the dorm if Janice is not there. Well, I hope Raluca's not gonna die. I don't know if I explained it last game, but Raluca is antisocial. She will lose 1 morale every cycle that she ends in a room with someone else. That's why she should basically just stay back in the engine. And anyone who goes back there to see or visit her is highly suspect of being a Mush. Let's see. First game with Terrence. Feel free to give any advice. Also, I can choose between robotic or technician. Alicia's got a lot of advice. I wish they didn't type like that. More people. Can't dismantle an object. Let's see. I'll go break down the microwave soon. The microwave is bad. You don't need the microwave. I don't know if it does anything good, but it certainly does something bad by severing your connection to fucking Sol every time it's used. If somebody uses the microwave, kill them. They are a Mush. Roland here took pilot, went out to hunt, missed 3 times, and only did 3 damage once. He's out there floating. There's a single hunter out there. It's a count to my wife. Oh, isn't that lovely? No one cares. We're in space. Fuck your wife. She's probably dead back on Sol or turned to mush by now. Might be Steven's first game. And... okay. I'm just going to mark this as red now. So let's see what we got items-wise. We've got empty. There's a sofa. Mush sample. Apron. The apron, if you wear it, you won't get dirty. Let's see. Which is why they try to keep it in the research room. Having this, since all players can't have astropad. Not me. Spacesuits. Where's the blaster at? Not that I'll need it. There's a fire extinguisher in Bravo Bay, which is extremely important to know because fires can rage out of control quickly. And let's see what we're working on in the Nexus. Magnetic net. Let's see. Fission coffee roaster, magnetic net. Yep. No need to favorite. Any new project, new post. Okay. Yeah, we're going to be working on magnetic net. That's extremely useful. So, we're all caught up on what's going on the ship now. What I want to do is first... we're going to go to the refactory. Except... here's the cat. Let's pick up the cat early on and get the morale boost from it. Hey, the cat didn't scratch me. Again. There we go. Normally the cat scratches the fuck out of me. But we get an extra 3 morale, which will keep me good for several days now. And hopefully I can keep my morale boosted through, say, hopefully Paola will decode some rebel transmissions that'll help. Jinsu can give some speeches. Coffee's been taken already. I can reinforce things so that they're harder to sabotage. Please don't get dirty. Okay. Damn. 5 new messages already. I'm level up and get observant. Not second day, please. Later will be better. Yeah. I'm level up at level 3 and get neuron friend and IT skill. Okay, so they're just talking about how they're going to level up. And oh yeah, before I leave... where is the microwave? I guess I should have been... microwave is in the rear corridor. Okay. I'm headed back there anyways. I've got 2 free mechanic points, technician points, because of my technician skill. Yeah, I never went over my character here. I'm a designer, so I get 2 free neuron project action points per day. That means I can, you know, research 2 things in the Nexus every day for no AP. The Optimist, I lose 1 less morale per day, which as long as Janice, or as long as Chun is alive and has her default skill, I basically won't lose morale ever unless people die or I eat some bad food or something unpleasant happens. Astrophysicist, I discover 2 more properties every time I analyze a planet, which will become very useful when we start doing emergency planet scans. And Technician, I get 1 repair action point per day, chance of success is doubled, and chance of success on fixes are doubled. All in all, a pretty useful skill. And thankfully, let's see, thankfully nothing, I guess. God damn. I'll check that here in a minute. Anyways, let's see. Microwave. Can I break this down? Dismantle it. I only have a 25% chance. Yes, it's not a trifling matter. It cannot be reassembled. Actually, hang on. Let's pick up the wrench, which should give me a better chance. Yeah, 37% chance. Let's try this. I've got 2 free turns there. I failed. 46%. It's broken, doesn't work anymore. And I hurt myself. Really? It's gonna take 4 AP to dismantle that. I don't think it's worth it. Nope. I'm keeping my AP. Yep, forget it. The microwave is dangerous. So how far? We're only 13% along. I'll spend 2 of my neuron points today. I don't want to waste them whenever I've only got 3% efficiency. There's nothing in here. And we're going to go end this cycle, more or less. Which room is open? That's got 3 people in it. Hopefully there's a bed open here. Cycle 5, so... Oh! You lion piece of junk. It's so hard to find a bed. But that's why you eat plenty of food. The wrench... Well, since Terrence isn't a technician, I think I'm going to keep this on me for now. Whenever we return, I don't know what's going to be happening. We've got a full crew. Welcome back, crew. We've been standing here in Alpha Dorm for a while, and it's time for a new cycle. Just happened about 3 seconds ago, actually, right before I started recording. So let's see what's going on. Roland shot down the last hunter and landed. What next? Oh, more active ones? No. I have to head to work, but I'll do whatever I can when I get back. So we've got 1 active pilot, at least, which is Roland. Please give the mission for Paola. So they're begging Jinsu for a mission, which gives extra AP. Jinsu can assign, I think, 1 mission per day, and that'll give the person who accepts it 3 AP, and, like, maybe that's it. Maybe some movement points, too. They're scanning for planets. That planet's not that good. It's got hydrocarbon deposits, but it takes 5 fuel to get there. Take the protective gloves. Trying to get Terrence organized here. Have him breaking things down and sorting through the scraps so he can build some blueprints. Finola is somehow dirty. Were you dirty? Where you was dirty, Alicia says. She wants to know so she can go there and check the logs. And Janice is saying, you have 1 day to explain, Finola. We'll wait. It's very strange for some people to get dirty, especially this early on in the ship's life. And if you don't know why people get suspicious, it's because Mush get dirty every time they create a spore. So you want to find out who's getting dirty, how often they're getting dirty, and why they're getting dirty. That way you can make sure it's not spores. Because spores will turn people into mush. And mush can eat spores for additional AP. We need a link to Soul. I'm still not going to run up there. Bio's priority on the Astro. I'll favorite this, and hopefully we start putting planet scans in that one. Otherwise we're going to end up with like 15 planet scans, like on my last ship. And they're talking about using the tabulatrix here, if I didn't explain that earlier. This prints out a list of people that may be mush. If your name appears on the list that's printed out, you're possibly a mush, as far as the rest of the crew is concerned. And the longer you wait to print out that list, the fewer names there will be on it. So they're basically trying to get Alicia to wait, and she's going to. Question is, what do I want to do? There's no beds open yet, even though I'm hoping there will be. There's someone in the Nexus. I think we're going to go in there and do a little bit more research. If somebody has reset my efficiency. There's Alicia. Maybe she's active right now. It's Janice. Hopefully she's not a mush. Yeah, 9% and... I'll use it, 6%. I'm about ready to get 2 more anyways when the cycle changes over. Have we favorited a research thread yet? Nexus project. Okay. And I'll just kind of give a small update as to what I'm doing, running around so much. You don't want to be too quiet. Again, people get suspicious of it. I think I will drop this out here again, now that I'm back. And where's my map at? There's a lot of stuff back here. The microwave, oh yeah, I tried to dismantle that. When carrying out repairs, your chances of getting injured are divided by 5. Tempting to take that. I guess we're just gonna hang out in Alpha Dorm for a while. Whenever we return, we might actually be going up to the bridge to try and help reestablish a link. And we'll find out if rations disappear after Cycle 8 or not, maybe. Oh, wait, somebody's talking up here. Okay. She boosted it to 70%. I could go back down there and spend some AP. But I'm not going to. I'm going to save this delicious AP for now. Welcome back, crew. It's now day 2, cycle 1, and there's a few things going on. Janice has messaged me privately and wants me to break down the microwave and then the shower. Look, Janice. You're sweet and cute and all that jazz, but I'll try. But no promises. It's a lot of AP to break all that stuff down. 4 AP per attempt. I'm gonna need a lot of food. So magnetic net is now done. And that means, of course, whenever one of our ships is outside fighting hunters and we move the Daedalus, it won't be left behind. It'll be pulled along with us. So, planet scans are going on. I'm not worried about. Let's see. Not a whole lot going on in main chat. In fact, that's it. It's been rather quiet. I'm kind of surprised. There's an open bed that maybe I'll be able to make my way back to. So, protective gloves, I'll pick up. That way I don't hurt myself. And then, as they say, if you can't fix it with duct tape, you're not using enough. I have no idea what that does. The scooter is awesome. It adds 2 movement points whenever you convert action points to movement, so you get 4 movement points per action point. Pick this up. 37% chance to dismantle. Let's try once. Yes. Can I please get it? Nope. I can get dirty though. I guess I'm gonna waste a bunch of AP because we need that sofa on the bridge for Paola. Please break down, you piece of junk. I only have one more chance to do this. There we go. Son of a bitch. Yeah, the shower is gonna have to wait till tomorrow, unless I go get some food, which I probably will. So, let's drop this. I'm kind of glad I didn't hurt myself, even though now I'm dirty. And better explain why. Got dirty breaking down the microwave. While we're here though, I might as well pick up the scooter, go to the kitchen for some food. Let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2, it doesn't matter. We're gonna have to burn an action point anyways, and hopefully that leaves me enough. Yeah, it'll leave me enough to cook one, to cook a ration. Even though I might not have enough action points to get back. Coffee. I'll take that and drink it. So, let's first drop the wrench in here, because I need this. We're gonna cook you. And drop you. I can dismantle the scooter. I wonder what I would get for that. I guess I probably didn't need to drop this stuff. Let's consume the coffee. Hopefully it doesn't make me full. Good, it doesn't. Consume the ration. I'm also going to cook another one just to take along with me. I guess I can leave the scooter. It got me here. I don't really need it that much. Because it's like, what do? Take the wrench, which I'm going to need. Yeah. Because I'll need that wrench in order to tear apart the shower in Alpha Dorm. I need to tear apart the shower in Alpha Dorm because Bravo Dorm is closer, I think, to some things. I'm not entirely sure. What do we have in here? A fire extinguisher. That's good to know. And this is probably where we're going to be staying for a while. Is there soap in here? There's no soap. Oh well. Let's just wash without it, I guess. And that leaves us with 3. 1, 2. I need to go work in the Nexus real quick. I've got 2 neuron points. I'm going to have to burn another one. Burn another action point for movement points. Might even have to do that again. Question is, what do we have available for research? Large bay upgrade, rerouted charges, and trail minimizer. These are all worthless. Large bay upgrade, rerouted charges, and trail minimizer. I'm voting for trail minimizer. Since hopefully we won't have to use turrets that often. I'm not going to wait for people to vote here because I designed the damn ship. I don't care. I trust my judgment. I think trail minimizer is our best choice here. Because once we start getting, you know, 15, 20, maybe even 30 hunters, being able to lose 25% is fairly significant and adds up. And at that point, it's not going to matter if we have double the ammo in our turrets if they recharge twice as quick. It doesn't matter. Nobody's going to have enough AP at that point to actually man the turrets and shoot them down. So whenever we return, it's going to be several cycles from now, and we're probably going to be trying to dismantle this shower. That way we can get all the parts needed to build a sofa on the bridge for Paola. Once all this technician stuff is done, hopefully I'll be able to spend some more time in the Nexus, relaying research and knocking out a bunch of projects. But I have a feeling I'm going to be spending a lot of my time as a technician on this ship, fixing stuff. Welcome back to Mush. It's now day 2, cycle 3. Well, actually let's just update to the new cycle. What cycle is it? It's now day 2, cycle 4. And I was kind of following some of this chat over the last few hours. There wasn't a whole lot going on until about an hour ago. And that is when Finola was assassinated. We've also got 8 hunters attacking us now. And, we have 2 Mush, apparently, still. Elisha found out that Finola was a Mush through investigating and assassinated her. She's also pegged Raluca as a Beta Mush and is still hunting down the second Alpha Mush. She's given Raluca a choice. Tell us who the second Alpha Mush is and continue work on Pilgrid and we'll let you stay alive, or in the next cycle we'll kill you. I'm not sure that Raluca can take this first choice. I think it's kind of breaking the rules if you rat out who the other Mush are. Yeah, so Alicia is checking on the log and thinks that Finola, that's 47 minutes ago. And Raluca's Beta, check a log, yep. So, they pegged her. Raluca's probably going to end up dying. Trail Minimizer, what was going on here? Seconded, Joelle backed me up on Trail Minimizer, and Jinsu says, for the next project, please explain which one does what. I really hate explaining what they do. because I'm lazy and I don't want to have to type it out. So maybe Janice can. Trail Minimizer is what we're going to work on. Don't know how long it'll take to finish it. I've got a decent amount of AP. I could go work on it a little bit, eat this. There's a broken door somewhere. I could fix it. We had a rebel base contacted. It gave everybody 3 morale points. Mine is basically maxed out. Iron is inactive, so we need someone to take care of the plants. Also, we need the basic researches ASAP. Things like Constipor, Serum, or whatever. And the other mush thing that makes it so they can only create 2 spores a day. Those are researches that we already should have, but we're trailing behind in. Yeah, Finola said 4 hours ago that she got dirty. Will support the reactor's repair. Pelgrid reactors at 24%, and that's all that's going on there. So, we know who the mush are, more or less, except for the last alpha one, which could be Ian. Got dirty trying to kill Reluca 8 minutes ago, and if we have a medic, I need pills for slight nausea. I can issue a mission next cycle when I get more AP. Anyone needs it to kill Mush? Alicia's dirty from killing Finola, and I think Alicia wants that mission, so she can have more AP for murder. Joelli's scanned a planet. It's probably going to end up being worthless. We are going to get up and go do a little bit of research in the Nexus. We could go down here and try to help kill Reluca, even though I don't want to be around when somebody dies. You can get diseases and illnesses from that. It can be a pain in the ass to get rid of. Is it worth it to take the Pasiphae out to scavenge for scraps? It's worth it. It's... yeah, they'll shoot you down otherwise. Scraps are almost always worth collecting. And Alicia is still communicating in her cryptic way. Well, goodbye, Reluca. She just got assassinated moments ago. Trail Minimizer, where is my research? Okay. Trail Minimizer, 81%. And I've got this one favorited, so that's what I'm going to use, even though I know there's another research thread out here. It gets kind of confusing trying to keep track of all the threads and everything. Let's update this, though. That should say 2 mush dead, yep. 2 defunct members, of which 2 were mush. There's still 1 mush out there, though. Wonder who it could be. Already up to 17 glory. I think I'm going to continue to hang on to this food. We'll go back to Alpha Dorm here. I could try to dismantle the shower. Yeah, let's eat this, actually. Then I'm going to be sleeping for quite a while. Dismantle it only takes 3 AP. It's not too bad. 37%. Yep. Please work on, and I'm dirty. Isn't that lovely? Please dismantle. You son of a bitch. I'm gonna have to fall asleep dirty. Dirty just means I can't do any research or anything. I want to call it a stupid. I'm starting to think this is a waste of AP, all this dismantling going on. That bed had better be worth it. What else is going on? Sorry, Reluca. It wouldn't happen. I should kill Finola yesterday before they infect you. Damn. Losing Reluca is a pretty hard blow. We now have nobody dedicated down there to run fuel to the engines, nor to repair Pilgrid. Which means getting home back to Seoul is going to be that much more difficult. So, I will see you guys in a few cycles. hopefully we get that last mush killed, and then we can start getting our roles sorted out here, because we need to find out who's active, who's inactive, and what we're gonna do to keep this thing flying. Welcome back, fellow rebels. It's now time for a new cycle. Let's see. Day 2 cycle 5 just passed. It's day 2 cycle 6. And it's been a while since I've checked in. What do we got? How the hell do I keep missing on 80% hit chances? Hua is missing his 80% chances as well. We're down to 6 hunters, 81% hull. Hostile vessels. There is no need to breed gossip. Who did and what? I can read a detailed log of the room so I can analyze it all. You may help if you will say only facts, Elisha says during her investigation. And she wants to know what Roland was doing in the engine room and rear Bravo storage. And in one more cycle she's going to print the list, so we'll have a better idea of who the remaining mush are. I was looking in the shelves, making sure nothing was missed or hidden. Also heading for the Pasiphae. 1 Alpha. I will not repeat my mistake. I'll find the mush as quickly as I can. And her mistake was allowing the mush to convert Reluca. Kuan-Ti will now care of Pilgrid. I have a lot of duties, Detective. But I'll see how often I can fit Pilgrid into that list. And what do we got over here? Kuan-Ti, why did you leave the room? If you used all your AP on dismantling the shower. I'm not even going to bother really messing with Jinsu's accusation there, wanting to know what I did with all my AP. He might be the commander, but I don't have to listen to him. I have a 57% chance to dismantle this still. Let's go ahead and try it again. I can only try it once. Please break down. There we go. And let's see, vital equipment removed by Kuan-Ti, the shower. So, yeah, get that sofa built for Paola. The shower and microwave are now dismantled. I'm still dirty. I'm not going to head over to the other dorm because there's already 3 people in there, so I'm not going to shower. What I will do is lie back down, though, and we're going to probably pass another 2 or 3 cycles in here sleeping. Unless something really exciting happens towards the end of this cycle or on cycle 7 or 8. I'll see you guys later. It's time for bed. Welcome back, crew. Time for a quick update here before I run off to work for the night. It's now day 3, cycle 2. Let's see, oxygen reservoir is broken. That's great. Fuel tank anomaly detected. Cosmic signal detected. Terrence needs some debris to build and upgrade drones. He's built the sofa. He's repaired the door. There's a fire, or there was. I guess they put it out. Jinsu is yelling, do not research Mush Hunter. It's useless. And to finish the serum and gas. The fact that the serum and gas haven't been finished yet kind of makes me think Finola, or whoever else is up in the lab, might be Mush. Generally that stuff should be finished by the end of day 2. So, let's see, what else do we got going on? Moved plastic scrap, sofa. Terrence has a list of, I don't know. These are, oh, this is a list of items and where he found them last, I guess. Pretty useful. Trail minimizer is at 90%. Jinsu's still wanting explanations about where I've been, but I'm not in the habit of explaining every single move that I make. What I need to do now is we need to go shower. And hopefully I don't get dirty again. Actually, one broken door, 2 pieces of broken equipment. I guess I'll just stay dirty. Let's see if I can find the broken stuff. Fuel tank, reinforce, retrieve fuel capsule. I'm not sure where all this broken stuff is at. The oxygen reserve tanks are off the sides of the ports here. Fuel tank, let's see, repair. And I fell. No, I got it, I guess. That's good. Now, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Is it going to be in Bravo Bay? Or in Alpha Bay? Probably in Alpha Bay, but we'll check over here anyways. Center Bravo storage is where the oxygen reservoirs are kept. Or in Center Alpha storage. And, of course, I picked the wrong fucking one. That is how it would go. Which means, since I'm dirty, I might as well stop in the kitchen for a bit of food. It can't really hurt. What about coffee? Somebody's already got that. Down to 20 rations. We better start getting those expeditions underway. There we go. I can eat this now. Just make sure that I wasn't going to waste any AP. We've got 3 hunters. Hopefully our pilots can take care of that. And Center Alpha storage. There we go. The oxygen tank. Smoke and fire and sparks are shooting out of it. There we go. Just kind of update the status, because people are going to be suspicious as to exactly what I'm doing. I can already tell you right now. Someone's going to be like, Kuan-Ti, why are you running around all over the place? You should be doing absolutely nothing. Anyone who moves is a mush. I'm almost better. I'm almost not sick anymore. Let's see, we got soap. Plenty of beds open, which I find kind of surprising. Tear this shower apart and really screw things up. If you're Mush and you want to mess things up, destroy both showers. You will make life a living hell for the researchers on board. They will basically never be able to eat or get sick again. Because you can only shower 1 person a day in the kitchen sink. If both the real showers are broken. So we'll participate here, and that should finish it. And let's see. Trail minimizer. There's extra drone. It's worthless, and and there we go. I am not going to research any of these just yet. My vote is really on the auxiliary terminal, simply so that people can help with the Nexus research without having to run all the way down to the Nexus. Let's see. Where's the dirty thread? Yeah, finally showered in Bravo dorm. So, I've got plenty of AP. We're gonna save it though. There's nothing that is calling my immediate attention. Whenever we return, it'll be who knows what. Trail minimizer, huh? We'll see if this is useful. Welcome back. It's now day 3, cycle 6, and I've been invited to a new private channel. I've of course got full AP. I think I've been wasting my AP points actually because I haven't checked in for quite some time now. Let's see, hostile vessels. Roland will die. I'll take care of you after that. I wonder why he's gonna die. Have we done an expedition yet? We've only got 11 oxygen. Ian is dead. He's starved. Connection with Soul interrupted. And as requested by Captain, I check Alpha Bay 2. So, looks like they're trying to find if there was any link to these things breaking down. The oxygen tank and the fuel tank and the turret. Of course I went in there to repair them, and I'm marked as being repaired. Terrence, you made a big circle from my log. You didn't do anything. What was it? You have 2 cycle to explain. Alicia and Janice are like, I don't know, there's some type of scary tag team right now where they just feed off of each other and then murder people, I think, after a set amount of time. I was trying to find the drone in order to upgrade it. I asked a few times for people to help me, so I went to look. And if I had sabotaged the tank, it would have broken immediately. I can't sabotage it so that it would break 6 hours later, which is true. So let's see, Roland says, I like you can trade AP for MP. I just wish there was a way to do it in reverse. It's my first day, but when Alicia was a Roland, they shut down all Hunter. I don't know why you're comparing previous ships. There's never a point in comparing previous ships. There's a new Rebel signal. I wonder how many of those we've actually had decoded. I don't think very many. Before you repair, all Terrence was in all of the rooms. Doesn't matter. Alicia read a book. She's now an astrophysicist. Less projects, more research. The captain is asking. We have 4 pages of research open. And someone bring a ration. Who dropped the apron? And Terrence suspects the lab team to have a mush because we don't really have any research done. We have anti-spore gas, finally, which means the maximum number of spores generated per day is reduced by 2. So they can only generate 2 spores a day. Drill minimizer was finished. Not getting any scrap, just talk about scrap. Terrence feels really useless because he can only help in the Nexus. Yeah, how are the planet scans going? We haven't done a single expedition. My opinion is that you should start doing expeditions on day 2 if you can. Even if it's just for food. Pal Grande North for fuel. Has oxygen, else don't. The rest don't matter. Commander, we need you. I think I'm going to go up there and scan for a planet. Maybe. No one is getting any good ones. Let's see, private chat. Start attacking Roland. Left Frida, Roland, Paola, Gioli, and Hua. Who's in here? Joelle's in here. What is this who they think all the mush are? Start attack of Roland. It may be a false assumption, but in any way, they not work as should on the hunters, which is true. Who else you think that aren't mush? Okay. So Alicia thinks that these people are not mush. Everyone else is inactive. That's not very good. Alicia will try to find a planet with oxygen. You will go to expedition. So, let's go do a planet scan, folks. They might not want me to, but I built this goddamn ship. And nothing else matters if we don't get oxygen. We have plenty of fuel. We could do multiple jumps. I don't think I've ever seen a planet take more than maybe 6 or 7 fuel. So we got up here with full AP. I don't know about Chow. He's inactive. If he doesn't die soon, he might be a Mush. Because Mush can't starve to death. Come on, scan. Not a very good planet. North, fuel 3. Oh, wow. And a shipwreck and caverns. This is a fucking great planet. Best planet. Rundi Tau. North. Fuel 3. Has mountains times 2. O2. Shipwreck. Oceans and caverns. And if needed, I will go on an expedition. That's our best bet. That was a good, lucky scan. I'm not going to bother scanning for another planet. That one is the one they better take us to, or I'm going to be kind of bummed out. There's a sofa up here that no one is sleeping on. Let's read this document. What did it print out? At the very least, one of them were an agent of Mush when we fled Xyloth. I'd bet my life on it. Roland, Stephen, Frida, Fanola, Gioli, Elisha, and Janice. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Elisha and Janice are Mush at this point. Maybe they sacrificed one of the Mush in order to gain our trust. And now they're gonna start using that trust to pick off other people one by one. They did kill 2 Mush, though. But if one of them got turned, it would not take them long to turn the other one. I would imagine. Okay. Disappointed that Chow is sleeping. He could really help us because he can... Well, what is his skill right now? Oh, he only has Blaster. Once you level him up, you can choose a skill called Torture that will allow you to see the last, like, 4 or 5 actions that someone has taken. So if they've extracted spores or spiked something, you can torture that information out of them. We're also going to cook because I need to do some research in the Nexus. There's no coffee. I would be kind of upset if there was coffee. Please don't get dirty, please don't get dirty. Amazing. And I hate that that's the tensest thing in this game, I think, is cooking a ration. Will I get dirty and ruin my day? There's Roland. I'm not going to attack Roland, by the way. I don't really care what those two say. I'm pretty sure he has been shooting down some hunters. I'm pretty sure he hasn't been sleeping. Let's eat our rations. And none of these have been researched. Is Terrence in our private chat? Yes. Last connection a long time ago. I think I'm gonna go with auxiliary terminal. And we'll hit it twice. It's really kind of discouraging that I've not ran across plasma shield yet. I couldn't think of what it was for a second. Or neuron participation. That's the other big one that I would like to have, because if I can get that one before plasma shield, it'll help pump in 5% every cycle, which will be about the maximum amount that I can do. And I'm a technician, so I get extra research points on plasma shield. Anyways, I'll see you guys in maybe just a cycle or two. Well, hello crew, and welcome back to Mush. It's now day 3, cycle 7. And there's been some more deaths, apparently. Steven has died from fatal depression. That's no big deal, because I guess he wasn't doing anything anyways. Terrence has got auxiliary terminal up to 33%, needs a relay. And Alicia wants to know, are you sure that we need that project? And that is why we need the auxiliary research terminal. Because once plasma shield comes along, and I'm the only technician left on the station, I don't need everyone running all the way back to the Nexus to help me reset it. They can drop into the med lab, maybe if they're back in engineering, they can help me. It'll basically be a pretty big AP and MP saver just for that one research alone. Tell me if you're getting low on morale, I can make a speech, Jinsu says. Terrence, Alicia, have you print the list yet? Because if not, the capacity to print it or not will tell us if there is any anonymous left. If you can, there is a mush. If you can't, there is no mush. Alicia has already printed it. It's on the bridge, of course. Roland and Finola had no go to the up part of the ship. On the down part of the ship, only Reluca could be infected. So she thinks, Alicia does, that there's no more mush on the ship. And she's probably right, because so far she's killed 3 of them. Terrence says it's too bad we can't certify there's no more mush. And Roland will die, Janice says. Then they eventually killed him 4 hours later, and she was right that he was mush. She drops the knife. Yep. Rest in peace, Roland. Terrence is wanting scrap from the pilots. And this is Jinsu here ranting about Alicia and Janice, because they opened up this private channel here. And it opened up with this: seems we believe you. I guess believes that we're all human. Janice says that on day 3, cycle 6 or 7, Alicia will try to find a planet with oxygen, and you will go to the expedition. Who else you think that aren't mush? She wants to know. Then Jinsu joined, then I joined. Alicia thinks that Frida, Roland, Paola, Gioli, and Hua are left. I don't know if she thinks that they are all human, though, because she killed Roland shortly after that. Everyone else is inactive. Start attacking Roland, Janice says an hour later. Alicia says, start attack Roland. It may be a false assumption, but in any way they not work as should on taking down the hunters, because we have 7 hunters attacking us. And, after that, I tell them I'm going to scan a planet, because all the planets they were finding were shit. The first planet I scan takes only 3 fuel to get to. It has 2 mountains, which I believe you can extract fuel from. Has O2, shipwreck, oceans, and caverns. So very, very safe. Jinsu wants to know why they killed Roland and what evidence they had against him. And all Alicia says is because Roland are a mush. Yep, and Terrence says, guess she was right after all. I'm gonna leave that open for now. Jinsu says, I need someone to put the fuel in the combustion chamber. After that, an expedition should be planned ASAP. I will go on the expedition when it's ready. I'm volunteering for it because I like going on expeditions. Why am I being invited back into this channel? I'm gonna leave this one just because I wonder what Janice is planning now. And Alicia says, okay, to my assertion on Plasma Shield, and why it's so important that those hubs are scattered around the station. Is it possible to see the Nexus history of the first days? I suspect this was the easiest place for Mush to get busy. I wonder if Jinsu is still suspecting me of being Mush. I don't think he is. But I didn't exactly play very nice whenever he was wanting me to explain all my actions. So it's possible. It's possible. Still only have anti-spore gas, trail minimizer, and magnetic net. Not doing very good on research. Anyways, I think I'm going to rest here for a few cycles and check back in every now and then to see if that expedition is going to be getting underway. Another update from Day 3, Cycle 7. Jinsu says, what will our next research be? Best options are Myco Alarm, currently at 25%, Meridon Scrambler, which is good since it'll cause the hunters to shoot each other, and Myco Scan. And that's what I'm voting for. The Meridon Scrambler. Even though they might think it's suspicious of me to call the detective Murderful and her partner in blood, Janice, might make me sound like I'm a little bit mushy. But that's what they are. They're good at their job, I'll give them that, but damn if they weren't bloodthirsty. I repeat, do not research Mush. Mush Hunter, it's 100% useless, and just a note for all the Mush Hunters. Seems not very trustworthy, but I can prove I am not Mush. At least not Alpha. I never ever got dirty on this ship. I'm pretty sure Mush get dirty at least when making spores. So he's already preemptively pleading for his life. I posted a comment a few minutes ago, actually, just to restate the planet scan that I had already mentioned before in the private chat, because Alicia wanted to know how many fuel we need in the tank, and then she came back with 2 of her own horrible planet scans. Okay, you should stick to detective work. Those planets are awful. You don't go to a planet with an unknown sector unless you are dying. Unless you are just 1 or 2 cycles away from running out of O2 and you don't have a choice. Okay, let's see. Okay. So yeah, I am the only technician. I'm the only one who can really repair Pilgrid now, which sucks. It's not a responsibility that I was looking forward to having, because that takes a lot of AP. I would guess anywhere between, just from me alone, 35 to 45 AP. So 3 just straight days of sleeping and working on Pilgrid. How exciting. Well, the rest of the ship basically blows up around me, and I can't do anything else because I'm dedicated to getting us back to Sol. Okay, let's see if there's any more updates here. Yep. We're going to Kuan-Ti's planet. 3 fuel in the chamber, please. At least Jinsu agrees with me. So whenever we come back, hopefully we'll be on our way to the planet. We're already there and getting ready to launch this expedition. Okay, one more quick little update here for Day 3, Cycle 7, and then we're going to disappear for 2 cycles, because I do have to sleep. Let's see, hunters have a 20% chance. Yes, Myco alarms are useless if there's no Mush left. He wants to know what the Meridon Scrambler is for. Well, Terrence, sometimes they shoot themselves. Janice is resting, doesn't have enough AP for the fuel. And Terrence reminds Jinsu that a Mush does not have the obligation to extract spores, so Mushes are not always dirty. Sometimes they can just lay low and slowly sabotage things and bring bad luck to the ship. Alicia, you should research with the apron on or not research at all. Good advice. Because with the apron you won't get dirty. Let's see. Puant deliver fuel. I guess English is not Janice's and Alicia's first language. I'm guessing that they're French players. Is there fuel in the combustion chamber? Jinsu asks. And Janice quit our conversation here. Yeah, I'm not going to start working on Pilgrid. At least until after this expedition is done with. And I need to tell them I can't go on the expedition. Let's see. I know I replied about an expedition somewhere. Question is where? Maybe here? Nope. See, maybe I never actually did say that I would go on an expedition. I thought I did. Why do I have the hiccups? I hate when the chat repeats. Looping around and around. Okay. I gotta check here one more time. I will go on the expedition when ready. I'm heading to bed and won't be back for several cycles, so don't count on me for the expedition. And that's it for this update. Whenever we return, I don't know what we're going to be doing. Hopefully the ship has not caught fire and started to break apart and people have all mutinied and started to kill each other and more mush have shown up. A lot can happen in 2 cycles, especially since Alicia and Janice have been basically on a mush cleaning rampage recently. There's no telling what could happen. Well, rise and shine, crew. The shit's getting ready to hit the fan. It's day 4, cycle 2, and we're down to 7 oxygen. Apparently, we haven't done the expedition yet. Janice is sitting here talking about it. Expedition poster skill in AP, robotics expert. Don't waste your AP. You will try to fly out. Be on Icarus Bay, and when all will ready to go, drop all that you have and pick up knife, drill, and rope. You need 3 people. We don't just need people, we also need to move this ship. Yeah, I'm gonna head out because I have to go to work overnights. So I'm not going to be able to help here. Paola left the room, picked up the compass, the blaster, and the rope. So, no idea why Paola took those. She's probably Mush. She hasn't answered any questions for a while. She hasn't spoke. She hasn't really done anything. Jolie, where did you put the anti-grav scooter? Terrence's legs don't work, so he really needs them. He really needs it. I'm sure he would need his legs too. I can go to the expedition, but we would need a pilot. And that's really all that has happened in the last 2 or 3 cycles. Kinda bad. I have full AP though, so I guess let's repair this door. There we go. I didn't get dirty, so we'll head to the Nexus. Because I want to do a little bit of research there. And then we're going to go down to Pilgrid and start working on it. And hopefully these other chuckle fucks will get the expedition underway whenever I'm gone. 33. It might have been better just to rush through Dismantler here. That way we could find possibly Plasma Shield. Aux terminal is 48%. And I'm not going to waste all my AP. what we'll do is, doesn't really matter which side we go down. It's going to take 2 AP regardless. What do we have on the shelf here? Nothing. I was hoping I would find some surprise. Combustion chamber, does it even have fuel in it? Yes, it's got 3 fuel, okay. I can do... I didn't even have to go into the Nexus. It's not bad. 25%, and I have 5 through 7% efficiency. 3 through 4. I'm half tempted just to do it once. And then let it set. We'll send a private message to Janice. I can't wait until the expedition is done. I thought I would only have like 1 or 2% while working on this. And I'll be back in 1 or 2 cycles to work on it again. In fact, I think I will participate one more time. And, I'm filthy. God damn it. And there's really no point in me going to the showers and cleaning up. So the antenna, that's where the auxiliary terminal will be once it's done. Don't have anything back here either. Okay, we're just gonna go back to the dorm and rest. I need all the AP I can get. That's 1, 2. So there'll be another update whenever I come home on lunch. Hopefully by then they'll have manned the expedition and got plenty of oxygen for us, because if they don't, we're gonna start dying in less than a day. Welcome back, crew. It's now day 4, cycle 3, and this is just gonna be a real quick update. We have an exploration in progress. Paola, Janice, Elisha, and Terrence have all went. They're due to return in 60 minutes, but it'll probably be quicker than that, because you only spend 10 minutes per zone, and they've been out there for a while already. And my planet only had like 6 zones, I think. So let's see what happens since I've been at work. Janice worked on the auxiliary terminal a little bit. We've got hostile vessels, only 2 hunters, that's not bad. Jinsu only has 4 morale, so it's kind of bad. He could possibly be dead in a few more cycles. Let's see, Daedalus in motion, prepare for the expedition. They were looking for a pilot, and that is really all that happened. We are going to go down and work on Pilgrid a little bit more. As much as I don't want to. Hopefully Janice has reset my efficiency, otherwise I'm going to be spending all of this MP for nothing. The Pilgrid reactor. It'll be a thing of beauty once we get it back online. And no, I was not, she did not reset my efficiency, god damn it. Let's see. So, what we'll do is go lay down, and whenever I get off work, hopefully it'll be reset by then. If not, I'm just going to have to shower and then go focus my AP, either searching for another planet or in the Nexus. I can't go into the Nexus right now. Like, there's no point in me going to do research, because I'm not going to shower. So there you go. Whenever we come back, we'll see how successful the expedition was, and probably go do a little bit more research, or not research, but work on Pilgrid. Well, good morning, folks. It's now day 4, cycle 5, and we no longer have any hunters chasing us. We don't have a link with Soul. I'm still stinky and dirty. We have a ton of oxygen, up to 28. And if we don't have any mush, hopefully our oxygen tanks don't bust. This will last us for quite a while. We can focus on other tasks for a change. Our fuel is excellent, almost maxed out. Hopefully we got some food. Let's see. Did we get anything else from the trip? Did anybody die? I don't think so. Private channel, looks like Janice reset Pilgrid for me, so I can go back down, and we're going to work on Pilgrid this turn. Hua came in and fell asleep. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to do before I get up and start using these points. I need to move anyways before the cycle changes. Otherwise, I'm going to waste an AP. Guess that's really all I need to do for now. We'll see how much AP I have left over. I need to repair the ship, too, at some point. Let's see. Soon, I'm going to have to start repairing the hull. And I know somewhere we have a stash of scrap metal from blowing up hunters. We have to. Also, since I'm dirty, let's put some fuel in the engine. Just one. That way, if we need to do an emergency jump, we can. Say, like, a bunch of hunters show up. Which they inevitably will, because they always do. Inject fuel. Damn, don't... Okay, I have a little bit... I've never done this before, so now I do know for sure how the engine works. You take one fuel from the capsule, put it in, go back, and repeat the steps. If you're scanning for planets, apparently it's a good idea to stay away from, like, fuel 6 planets. Not just because it takes a lot of fuel, but because you're going to need someone with a lot of movement points or AP to do that. And you're harming your ship even more. Letting the crew, and specifically the captain, know that we've now got one fuel in the engine, because eventually the hunters will show up. And we don't have plasma shield researched, so we can't afford to screw around. 5 to 7. This is so painful. 41. Please give me 4%. Okay. And that's my partner in crime down here, Janice. I don't want her to think that she has to rush down here to reset this. It's not important. We're at 45%. If we absolutely positively need to do an emergency repair on it, we can probably repair it in a day or two. Maybe just a day. If we get people funneling rations down here while we reset it. Let's see. Next up, I need to go to Alpha Dorm. You can't scan for planets while dirty. Got Icarus Bay. I could swing through there. Somebody's in there. I'd rather not walk through and cause any suspicions. Even though they should definitely know by now that I'm not Mush. Let's see. If I research Neuron... I can't go work on Neuron right now. I won't have enough AP to get back and fall asleep, which I refuse to let happen, by the way. Showered finally. I don't know if I need to say that I showered, but again, I might as well. And I guess we're gonna sleep through this cycle. On day 4, cycle 6, we'll work on the Nexus, unless any huge problems suddenly show up, which they probably will. Rise and shine, Mushinites. It's now time for a new cycle. Day 5, cycle 1 is when I last looked in here, which was actually just like 5 minutes ago. I decided to wait until cycle change, because we're probably going to be dying soon. We're down to 9 armor. There's 7 hunters out there. CPU is 84%. I guess that we're starting new research. Seriously, guys, use the turrets, Hua says. Paola found a planet. Terrence is looking for scrap and the anti-grav scooter so he can get around. Jinsu says we only have 1 pilot. There's been no opportunity to collect scrap so far, so we have no scrap metal anywhere. We're dead. I haven't noticed you were the only one. Can we unlock piloting to non-pilot? This way I can take the Pasiphae to try to bring some back. We badly need to repair the ship. Hostile vessels, load fuel in the chamber. See, if the captain wouldn't have jumped the ship earlier whenever I put fuel in the chamber, we would be fine right now. Should absolutely start shooting with the turrets. Plasma shield's not going to be finished. Auxiliary terminal was finished 8 hours ago, right after I went to bed, basically. New projects, pneumatic distributor, anti-grav thrusters, and CPU overclocking. Searching for a planet costs 1 less AP. Pretty useful, I think. Actually, no. If it was analyzing a planet, it would be really useful. Searching doesn't really mean anything. I see Janus advanced CPU overclocking, so let's do that project. Captain wants to know why he can't research. I wonder if he was dirty. Crew lock changed to piloting, so I wonder if we can pilot now, if I could go hop in a ship. New destination of the Daedalus reached. Alert analysis shows hostile vessels, planet detected. Yeah, this is when the captain jumped us away. After I had just put 1 fuel in there for an emergency jump, and he decided to move the ship immediately after that. So what do I want to do? No point in working on Pilgrid. I could go to Bravo Bay, take out a ship, and try to shoot down the remaining hunters. Let's see. Even though I'm not trained to fly, we're gonna try it. Oh, I can't. I thought that Janice said she changed the lock. Crew lock changed to piloting. I guess that, okay. Whatever, we're gonna die. It was fun for the most part, but I'm going to assume that we're going to die. I have no way to repair the ship. There's a fire extinguisher. There's no metal scrap anywhere. Let's check the Icarus Bay here. Maybe there's something useful in here. Shelving unit. What do we got? Old t-shirt, armor, compass, grenades, drills. Don't know what the old t-shirt is actually good for. Rear Bravo turret. Let's go shoot down some hunters, I guess. Got any scrap in here? No. Man, there's so many of them. Hua is still out there. Come on, let's get lucky and not waste all my AP. Miss, 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 miss. Fucking waste of my time. No point in even trying to shoot down these, in my opinion. But I guess I have to. We don't have a choice. We're down to 9 armor. We had like 30 some, and we're out of shots there. That's great. So how much fuel do we have in here? Any? None. We're gonna put some fuel in, and then hopefully the captain will jump us out of here. So just 1 fuel. Found a planet. Yeah, I'm filthy. Found planet Grumbelows. It has oxygen. We don't really need oxygen right now. We just need to fly away. Okay. I'm dirty, so let's see. Did Pilgrid get reset? Probably not. Nope. 45%. I guess I will go waste the rest of my AP maybe trying to shoot down some hunters, which I absolutely hate. Because I can't do any research now that I'm filthy. Which I think is retarded, but whatever. Pacify, can't take that. There's a jukebox that does not work. Hopefully this one has some ammo. This is not how I was wanting to spend this cycle. I was hoping I would wake up, the hunters would be dead. I'd be able to do some research and get some things done. Standard SDF fighter. Got 4 shots. And surprisingly enough, I actually hit that one. Come on, you little bastard. There we go. Nice. I've never seen 4 damage happen from a turret before. I always thought it was just 2 damage. Which is why I generally don't use turrets. Okay. We're done. Time to go back to a dorm and sleep. We're corridor. We'll go to Bravo dorm because I need to shower anyways. Tons of blueprints. Scrap metal. Strengthen the hull of the Daedalus. Let's do it. It takes us up to... What did I... How can I fail? Come on. Attempt failed. I've got to keep trying. And I failed 3 times to reinforce the hull. Go fuck yourself, Daedalus. You deserve to be blown up. So... how many times did I fail? Failed 3 times to repair the hull. That just breaks my heart right there. Anyways, whenever we return, we will be dead, and we will more than likely be able to see where we placed with our measly 56 glory. Until next time, crew. Well, hello, crew, and welcome back to Mush. When we last left off, I think it was day 5, cycle 2, and we had put 1 fuel in the engine in order to try and get us out of here. Let's see what a new cycle brings us, shall we? Is it death? Are we dead yet? You have received a new mission from the commander. Go to the advice tab. Good. Surprisingly enough, we're not dead. There's 2 hunters attacking us. The coffee machine is malfunctioning. Anomaly detector. It was a ship of dye. But in any case, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, you murderous Elisha. CPU overclocking. So we just pumped out 2 projects. Anomaly detector. Equipment that has been interfered with is reported on our PDA. You can see the coffee machine right there is like a very dull red in that room. So, That's kind of good to know. And CPU overclocking. Searching for a planet costs 1 less AP. Searching for a planet, not that significant. Now, if it was 1 less AP to analyze it, that would be a jackpot. Let's see. New destination has been reached. Hostile vessels. So we did jump at one point. New orbit reached. As soon as the new hunters come. But how will we get more scrap and fix the hull? These are questions that need answering quickly. We need someone to be ready to load more fuel every time more hunters come. We have enough to afford this strategy for now. The problem is, I don't get on that often. As often as some people just do stuff. I'll accept that. That's 3 extra AP. So I think what we're going to do... We're going to go put fuel in, and then I have to shower. Because I've got 2 neuron points here that I need to spend. Don't really know what we're going to be spending them on. But... we'll find something to do. I fully expect to come back from work and be completely blown up. Because we don't have plasma shield. We don't have scrap for repairing. And even if we did have scrap for repairing... it's such a low chance to successfully repair that no one's got AP to really repair that much. So, that's done. I'll check Pilgrid, see if it's been reset at all. It hasn't. Which sucks. I could go to the kitchen, get some food too, because I haven't ate in a while. That'll give me more AP. Yeah, I guess we have to go to Bravo Dorm. It's the only one with a shower, right? So, I'm a little bit hurt, primarily because of course, that stupid random event that makes shit fall on your head and hurts you. Next up is going to be the refectory for food. Hopefully we've actually got some left. It's been, what, 2 or 3 days since I've been up here? Been spending all my time in the back part of the ship. Okay, coffee machine, do I want to repair it? No. 36% chance for 1 AP get bent. Someone else can take the time to repair it. And I didn't get dirty, thankfully. I should have done that in a different order. So, let's eat this. And I get dirty from eating. Wonderful. I love taking 2 showers back to back. So fucking retarded. You can get dirty cooking or you can get dirty eating. And getting dirty in this game is the most annoying thing. At this point though, I'm pretty sure that our Mush suspicions are over with. To be honest, I don't even know if going and getting that food and showering and all this stuff was beneficial. I think I might have made 2 extra AP from it. I don't know. It just seems like this could have been a lot more efficient. So what do we got? Convenient sink, blaster gun, and armored corridors. All attack damage sustained by the Daedalus is reduced by 1 point. No one has mentioned this. So, next 3 are armored corridors. Yeah, damage to our hull is reduced by 1 point. Convenient sink. Worthless, even though we could research it really quick and maybe get plasma shield next time. And blaster gun. I'm really not sure. Increases the firepower of all patrol ships by 1, which is useful if we send somebody out there to fight the hunters, but armored corridor would mean that all damage we receive basically is cut in half. And it's always effective, even if we lose a pilot. I'm voting armored corridors, since it's always active. And blaster gun is only useful when we have people out fighting. I'm gonna spend, let's see, depends how much this dropped, down to 7, yeah, I'll use it. I might as well. And the rest of these AP points I'm going to save, unless there's a piece of scrap out here in the hallway. But surely somebody's repaired us a little bit, because we haven't taken any damage. Nope. Chances of getting injured divided by 5. Guess I'm going to waste some AP. 37. Hey, and up to 14. And I didn't get dirty either. My attempt to repair the hull has succeeded. Yeah, it's high time that it finally worked. Not that somebody took care of it, but that it finally worked. So Paola's in here. We're going to lie back down. Where's my last message about scrap? And just letting them know that the scrap's no longer there. So whenever we return, it will probably be cycle 6, maybe just cycle 5, and we'll see if we're dead or not. Because that's really the only thing I expect to happen, is that we're going to get blown up, because we only have 14 armor. Welcome back, crew. It's now day 5, cycle 7, and it doesn't seem like a whole lot has happened. Jinsu asks if Hua needs to get more morale or just more AP, and Hua goes to Alpha dorm, apparently, which there's finally people over there. Janice is sleeping in here. Happy New Year, Jinsu says. Happy New Year's. Yeah, let's try to survive a little bit more into the new year here. I'm not quite ready to die. Jinsu says, I really don't know if blaster gun or corridors are better, but we need one of them and fast. And a fuel tank anomaly detected. Contents inaccessible. We have 2 pieces of broken equipment, 2 hunters, and 9% armor. Huh. I don't see where it's busted down here. So the fuel tank down there is broken. I'm not quite ready to go down there and repair it, because I'm going to be going to sleep soon, and like 2 cycles will be passing. So I think what I'll do, oh dang it, I was hoping that he had worked on it. I need to spend 2 AP somewhere, I just don't know where. I've checked everywhere for scrap. 1, 2, 3. Trying to repair it would just get me dirty, making me have to shower. There's not really a whole lot I can do. I mean, heading to one of the turrets would be a waste, probably. It takes 1, 2, 3 to get to the nearest one. So hopefully Hua will be waking up soon and can fly out there and just shoot him down with ease. Actually, maybe we will just be working on Pilgrid when I come back. So, hell. Waste of a few movement points there, but we're going to go down into the engine room. We'll take a look at the fuel tank. Even though this one seems to be working. Okay. I guess it's fine. I could do a planet scan. Even though I doubt anybody is willing to actually go on an expedition. Janice still has not been down here to reset this. Pilgrid's still at 45%, I'm at 1%. Maybe I will do a planet scan. So that would take at least 5 AP, leaving me with just 3. This has been a huge waste. This entire movement cycle has been. I should have just stayed in bed. Don't have anything there. And we have an asteroid. In one cycle, it's gonna collide. I wish I knew how to bold things and make them red. We need to move anywhere. It doesn't matter where. I'm pretty sure there's already one fuel. I'm not even gonna bother to shoot this thing down. This cycle, I'm just gonna use my AP running around and checking things. Should still be one fuel in here. The combustion chamber works. Okay. We're gonna go back to the dorm and sleep. The only thing I figured out this cycle is that we're probably gonna die if that asteroid, well, if the asteroid hits, we certainly will die. But we're probably gonna die regardless. We have 2 hours and 23 minutes for the captain to log on and move us. Will we die? Will we survive? Is this the end of our ship? We'll find out in like 7 hours. Rise and shine, Mushinites. It's time for a new cycle. I am assuming I'm going to hit this button and get the game over screen here. Just, yep. And dead. The Daedalus is destroyed. Hostile vessels showed up. We were blown up 5 hours ago, so about the cycle after I went to bed, I think. Chow, Chun, Joeli. The Daedalus destroyed. Paola Frida. This wasn't a bad ship by any means. I think we could have went a lot longer if we'd have just pulled it together a little bit more. Terrence, Jinsu. Hack command terminal and go. Fuel tanks are filled, Paola said. Captain never logged on and saw the warning. No one else did either, probably. So our corpse is amongst the debris of the pulverized Daedalus. Good ship, everyone. Are you sure that's not how you spelled decipher? I bet you it could be spelled that way, and no one would care. So, let's see. I am gonna upload this one. What do I want to call it? I actually had an idea for this one. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Let's see, Jinsu. I wonder who was the last to die. I think I was the last to die. Death registered Kuan-Ti. I think you get extra experience for being the last to die. Joeli, Ian. Let's see, who did I like? Jinsu, Captain wasn't too bad. Liked him. Terrence was pretty good. Alicia. Janice wasn't too bad. Frida, I don't really know what you did. I can't remember getting any real planets from you. But oh well, you survived with us. Paola, you survived too. Joelle, you didn't talk very much. Chun didn't talk very much. Chow didn't really say anything. Hua didn't say anything. We had a lot of quiet people on this ship. And I'm a very unhappy person with all these deaths. So, glory history doesn't matter. Only 66 glory. Very pitiful. Yep. And there we go. But I could have done this last time. I could jump right in and be one of these people, but I gotta get ready to go to work. I don't have time to jump into a ship and record more. So, where is it? There we go. Kuan-Ti. We really only survived for 4 days. You can see, I think that my ships are getting worse as time goes on. The very first ship I was on was absolutely amazing. We survived for 8 days, made it all the way back to Seoul, and ever since then, ships have slowly been getting worse. I was a mush right here, so that doesn't really count. I was a mush with 10 inactives, maybe even 11. So for this ship, of course, the star is almost always a pilot. The way glory is handed out in this game means that if you have an active pilot on the ship blowing up hunters, they're going to get first place. The glory system sucks. The ranking system sucks. It's not really important. But I do want to see what everyone else had to say. So we've got a Supernova of Excellence award. Joelle got an Honorable Supernova, and Frida got a Discovered Supernova. Apparently nobody else really has anything to say. Thanks for this game. Bronze Terrence really sucks. I've been really useless. I don't think so. So, how did you figure out it was me? I tried not to do anything suspicious after I spiked for Luca, and then work kept me out for 24 hours, near enough. I don't really know how they knew it was you, Roland. I honestly don't. I have never played Alicia, so I'm not sure how she was so sure, unless it was just a good guess because you were going places that you shouldn't have. Violence is evil is Jinsu. Well, because he was a pacifist. Unconditional pacifist who seldom causes harm to anyone. Alicia spent all their time hoovering everything in sight. Chow wasted a load of action points. Jinsu never wasted action points. That's because this guy actually understood the point of the game. I question that. And 2 left hands. You best not leave this guy the adjustable wrench. He clearly has no idea what to do with it. I stole the wrench, and I don't regret it. So, I've got tons of experience. I don't know which character we're going to be playing next. Maybe Paola. Maybe Kuan-Ti again. Just whoever's available that I am interested in. Until next time, crew, it was fun. One of these days we're going to get on a really amazing ship, though, that actually lasts for more than a week. It's only a matter of time. And one of these days we're eventually going to be a mush, which I'm not looking forward to.